I was interrupted by the cat, who woke and said meow once, and then jumped down from my lap and leaned against my legs diligently. This is a cat who knows how to get fed. He also knows how to jump. There's a lazy fluidity to his leap, as if gravity affected him less than it did other creatures. As a matter of fact, there were some localized cases just before I left of the failure of gravity, but this quality in the cat's leap was something quite else. I am not yet in such a state of confusion that I can be alarmed by grace. Indeed, I found it reassuring. While I was opening a can of sardines, a person arrived. Hearing the knock, I thought it might be the mailman. I miss mail very much, so I hurried to the door and said, "Is it the mail?" A voice replied, "Ja." I opened the door. He came in, almost pushing me aside in his haste. He dumped down 2 enormous knapsacks he'd been carrying, straightened up, massaged his shoulders, and said, "Wow. How did you get here?" He stared at me and repeated, "How?" At this, my thoughts concerning human and animal speech recurred to me, and I decided that this was probably not a man, but a small dog. Large dogs seldomly go, "Ya, wow, how," unless it is appropriate to do so. "Come on, fella," I coaxed him. Come on, that's a boy. Good doggy." I opened a can of pork and beans for him at once. He looked half-starved. He ate voraciously, gulping and lapping. When it was gone, he said, "Wow," several times. I was just about to scratch him behind his ears when he stiffened, his hackles bristling, and growled deep in his throat. He had noticed the cat. The cat had noticed him some time before, without interest, and was now sitting on a copy of the well-tempered clavier washing sardine oil off its whiskers. "Wow." The dog, who I had thought calling Rover, barked. "Wow, do you know what that is? That's Schrodinger's cat." "No, it's not. Not anymore. It's my cat," I said, unreasonably offended. "Oh, well, Schrodinger's dead, of course, but it's his cat. I've seen hundreds of pictures of it. Erwin Schrodinger, the great physicist, you know. Oh, wow, to think of finding it here." The cat looked coldly at him for a moment and began to wash its left shoulder with negligent energy. An almost religious expression had come onto Rover's face. "It was meant," he said in a low, impressive tone. "Yeah, it was meant. It can't be a mere coincidence. It's too improbable. Me with the box, you with the cat, to meet here, now." He looked up at me, his eyes shining with happy fervor. "Isn't it wonderful?" he said. "I'll get the box set up right away." And he started to tear open his huge knapsack. While the cat washed its front paws, Rover unpacked. And while the cat washed his tail and belly, regions hard to reach gracefully, Rover put together what he had unpacked, a complex task. When he and the cat finished their operations simultaneously and looked at me, I was impressed. They had come out even, to the very second. Indeed, it seemed that something more than chance was involved. I hoped it was not myself.